is Claire, and welcome to the PNC podcast. Today we have with us Dash and the CEO of XP School. Please welcome Mr. Gwyn ap Harri.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
How are you today, Gwyn?
I am hot today. It's very hot weather compared with England and Wales.
So, your name is very unique. Did we pronounce it correctly?
You did, yeah. Gwyn ap Harri. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, good.
Can you please tell us more about XP School Trust?
Yeah, so XP School Trust is a set of 8 schools. 7 of them are in Doncaster, which is in South Yorkshire, the sort of northeast of England, near some places you might have heard of, like Sheffield, Leeds, York, that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we have another school that's opened in Gateshead, which is near Newcastle. Yeah.
At our school, we have a big focus on student agency. What does that look like in your school?
Oh, it's a great question. So we do, I know you do lots of projects, right? So we do things called learning expeditions, and they're very similar to projects. So we have a guiding question like, what does the community of Doncaster owe to the miners? Because we used to have coal mines in Doncaster. And we learn a load of stuff, or the kids learn a load of stuff, and then they create something at the end. So this could be a book. So in the case of the mining expedition, that was a book, and that now lives in all the libraries in Doncaster. So anyone can read those books, and the bookshop in Waterstones. And so all our kids learn things in order to create things, in order to put them into the community, in order to make the community a better place to live.
What inspired you to pursue your current career in teaching and technologies?
That's a good question too. So I've always imagined what kind of school I would make if I had the opportunity. And then one day, almost 10 years ago, I got that opportunity. And I had a blank sheet of paper in front of me, and I had to sort of basically imagine what that school would look like. So we did that, and I often get asked, like, who makes a school? Who makes a new school? No one does that. How possibly can you do that? And you sort of go, well, you just made I just made the school that I wanted to go to, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I went to schools that were just sort of normal, everyday maths, English, science, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I'd really love to have gone to the school that we've created where we can make things to make the world a better place.
Can you share with us a significant milestone or achievement in your professional journey?
Well, opening the first school was great. Then actually seeing our first set of kids who've gone through the whole school, so they're with us for 5 years, and then they do some exams called GCSEs, and then they leave us. Seeing the first pioneering students come through, that was a great milestone. But to be honest, both my boys, Jack and Dylan, went to the school that I created for them, and to see them graduate, and Dylan graduated this summer, that's a great milestone.
That's really powerful just to have your kids go to a school that you created. I think that's incredibly cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you don't want to get it wrong, do you, if it's your own kids?
Yeah, true. In your very short time visiting our school, what correlations have you noticed with the schools you previously or currently work with, and are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it's been great walking through your schools. Fantastic. So, loads of similarities. Yeah, so starting with immersion, we do immersion. Yeah. When you go through your projects, they're very similar to our learning expeditions. I love the gardens and the animals. We don't have those in our school, and I think it's you've got to have teachers who are willing to put in that hard work as well, don't you, to maintain the gardens and the stuff. And you have like bananas,
Yeah.
right? You've got Mango the lizard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Mango's birthday today.
Yeah, I saw. He looked very happy. Well, for I don't know how a lizard looks if they're happy, but I think he looked happy. Yeah. Saw loads of things. I particularly liked the rooms upstairs that looked just like how I'd want my living room to look like. With all the nice tables and chairs. Yeah, there's some really nice elements of your school that I'm going to pinch and copy and hopefully make our schools better.
Yeah, that's what the year ones get. We didn't get anything like that.
What advice would you give to someone aspiring to follow a similar path or career?
Okay, so teaching is not a job. Teaching is what you'd call a vocation. Okay, so don't become a teacher because of how much money you get or the holidays that you get. You won't be a good teacher. You have to be a teacher if you've got that, I guess, compassion inside of you to want to give to others. We give up our todays for your tomorrows, right? Yeah, and that takes a special kind of person that wants to see other people grow. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would say. And like if you get the opportunity to create a school and start a school, I mean, like, go for it and do what you think's right. Yeah, don't do what you're told is right. Do what you believe is right.
What is the most mind-blowing thing you saw at High Tech High School in San Diego, and how did it influence you?
Oh wow! I saw lots of you know a lot about me, don't you? Yeah, so lots of things at High Tech High. I mean, in that school, the walls are dripping with student work, and the student work, there's commonalities in the student work with work that I see here. So every piece of work was not just like a good piece of maths or a worksheet or, that the kids got the answers right. The work, when you looked at the kids' work, you knew who they were and you knew that they expressed who they were through their work. So you can't express who you are if all you're asked to do is get a question right. Yeah. You can express who you are if you're creating something, creating a piece of artwork, and then having to explain it. So that was mind blowing. But really, the way the kids could talk about their work as well. I'd never heard kids talk like that. And now I do. I hear them in my schools and I hear them here as well.
What challenges have you encountered along the way and how did you overcome them?
I'm going to give you a little quote that really helps me. I'm 52 years old and I wish I'd heard this when I was your age, right? We suffer more in our imaginations than we do in reality, right? So when you perceive risks, when you perceive barriers, when you perceive hurdles, they're often in your head and they're often not real. You feel them, they make you feel unsafe, yeah, they make you feel vulnerable. But if you just have, like, a growth mindset, yeah, you've seen all that, if you have that, you can get over those imagined hurdles. Yeah, because a lot of things are imagined. When we opened our first school, people would say, "Oh, that's too risky. Don't give up your job." Yeah, but there was no risk. The risk to us was not doing it.
Yeah, thank you for that advice.
No
Yeah,
problem.
that's really cool and incredibly deep too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are there any influential figures or mentors who have guided or inspired you in your journey? If so, how have they impacted your professional development?
Oh, great. Thank you. So Larry Rosenstock was the CEO of High Tech High. We went to see some other schools in America called Expeditionary Learning Schools, and Ron Berger is the chief academic officer there, and I'm really proud to say that he's a good friend of mine now and mentor. It's like when I met Ron and I started talking to him, it was like meeting my future self and being given my life's work to me in my hands right now. Like that's how I see him. Other people, there's Michelle Navarra, who is a great head teacher in a school called Polaris in Chicago. And then there's a guy called Paul Taylor, who is a head teacher in Australia. And he actually influenced my wife. So my wife works with us at our school, but she's not a trained teacher. And his advice was for her to go and do a master's degree at university, a master's in education. So that's what she did, and she got a master's degree, and she got a distinction in a master's degree, and she works she works with us now. So he's really influenced our family.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much for coming in today, Gwen. We really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. PNC Podcast out. Thank you.
All right. That was great.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun, thank you.
Great. So did I.